folks, welcome you all to a cheap little vlog of mine. There's no intros and outros this evening, people. I'm just back from the bloody gym again. You don't get a bloody vlog until midnight otherwise. So we're doing the vlog on the telephone, on the mobile machine, people, which is on the stand. Normally I do these and I'm hovering. It kind of dawned on me, I'd forgotten I'd bought the little thing that lets me stick it on the tripod just like I do with the camera. And that's what I've done tonight. So it saves all this shaking about because especially after I've done gym, because my arm's like this, both of them. So there you are. So here we are with a cheap little vlog. That's why there's no intros and outros. So we're using the 1080p. This is why I bought the camera, people, so I could do them ad hocly like this. And this is why I have the iPhone 7, because the iPhone 6 did not have a 1080p front camera, whereas this one does. And the only difference, I think, between the back camera and the front camera on the 7 is that the front camera does 60 frames per second, and this will be 30 frames per second. That's the only difference. So unless I start doing all this, people, you're not going to notice it. If I start moving around, you know, flag it up. Talking of which, flagging's up to you all. My first one of the evening. So I just wanted to have a catch up with all of you fine people who've been giving me the amount of messages about this week's been awesome, people. Keep them flying in. It's been absolutely brilliant chatting to you all. So that's been fantastic. I think it's been one of the heaviest weeks of comments and stuff. So that's been brilliant. That's exactly why I made the channel, people. To talk to other gamers, to get all your opinions, good, bad or indifferent, throw them at me. I don't care. Well, you know, I don't mind criticism, but don't be a dickhead, you know what I mean? But aside from that, you know. So I just wanted to have a quick catch up and talk about what's been going on over the last couple of weeks, which is pretty much, well, the last week, which is pretty much what I said last week would be happening. However, one game did fall by the wayside, and that was Fallout 3. Because I just didn't have time to because obviously Resident Evil dropped yesterday, and so I got it pretty much a day early, so I was able to do 2 videos last night and have them posted. I basically left them uploading. Well, in fact, one of them had uploaded when I went to bed, and the other one was uploading while I slept. And it probably published about 2 o'clock or something like that. So those were both ready for you. I have noticed actually that some people are like, when the videos first go up, it's like, what? There was 360p? What kind of shit channel is this? But when a video goes up that is of large size or length, it takes about anywhere between 15 and 20 minutes for YouTube to get all of the available versions online. Like, so they'll, in order to get it up fast, they put up a 360p version, which looks terrible if you're not on a mobile device. And then after, I mean, it looks terrible even on a mobile device. And then after a certain amount of time, obviously, whatever they need to do to render things, it eventually comes alive. And you'll see from the Resident Evil ones, I rendered them with the intros and outros on with 60 frames per second, so it's 1080p 60 frames per second. The game itself, I think, is actually 4K 60 frames per second, maybe. Don't quote me on that, but it is 4K, I think, at some level. But obviously I can only capture in 1080p with the Elgato device that I have. So the game, the week's been brilliant, and you guys have been spoiled rotten. You've been getting 2 videos a day. What? And then yesterday you got 2, well, you got 2 in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, walking in my sleep. You're welcome. And it's Billy Joel, I think it was. And cool, blimey, people, showing me age. So that's late Billy Joel, though, to be fair. I mean, even young Billy Joel's way before my time. So let's just, you know, let's calm down a little bit. So what the hell was I talking about there? So yeah, so you got 2 videos in the middle of the night. I want to sing it again now. And you got 2 in the today. You got one in the morning for Path of Exile, and you got one in the afternoon for Kingdoms of Amalur. And yesterday you got 2 as well. So you got 6 in the space of 2 days. What other channel gives you that, people? What other channel? I'll tell you what other channel. No other channel. Just mine, eh? I don't know. It's a mystery to me why I'm not on 1 million subs, people. Well, it's not really. No, can I have a sip of this? Cheers, everyone. You know I'd buy you one. You know I would. And for those of you that have commented saying that I wouldn't, I would. Not all at once, though, you know what I mean? We can't have a party of nearly 1,800 people. By the way, we're approaching 1,800 subs, people. I can't believe how many people have subbed over the last month or so. It's been incredible. Absolutely brilliant. And well, I normally don't do a thank you until it hits a landmark of some description. And I was going to think about doing one at 1,800. The last one I did was 1,500, and I think that was that around Christmas time? I mean, that's crazy. Another 300 subs. It's absolutely fantastic. So thank you to everyone who has subbed up in the last month last month and a half or something like that. And welcome to the channel, and it's lovely to have you on board. As many gamers as we can get, and especially RPG loving people, because that's predominantly what my channel will be. Every little now and then I dib in a little bit of action and horror, but never a full let's play. It's always a little bit of, just because I'm excited about it more than anything else. So there you are. So yeah, so there you are. So it was a catch-up really. I went off on one now. I don't know. I have no pattern now for this video. Absolutely no idea how much battery life is on my phone either. I'm going to have another swig of this. It's thirsty. We're at the gym, people. Talking of the gym. I'm going to sip. Talking of the gym. I was talking to you about it. We will get back to gaming in a minute. I was saying to you in the last vlog that I was using music as an excuse to not rush it and I mean, when I say take my time, I don't mean have massive gaps between sets. That's not it. I mean, I usually do stuff between sets. I do loads. Like, I don't stop really. I have a little rest of maybe 60 seconds at most if I'm lifting heavier stuff. But I never take my time as such. It's just I try and put more in over the 2 hours that I'm in there. And before that, I was always trying to rush through an hour. Like, I'm not going in for more than an hour because then I'll get fed up with it. Blah blah blah. So music's been my excuse to get back into it. And I've gone into this mad like rock phase at the minute. Thinking of having a second midlife crisis, people. And not that I had a first one, but you know, it's like a over midlife crisis at the age that I am now. But I don't know what it is, because I've always liked rock music, but it's always been kind of the more commercially ones, you know, like they can be heavy, but they need to have a tune, they need to be, you know. So, you know, a large portion of AC/DC, for example, or Alice Cooper, or Def Leppard, those are the sort of things that I've been having on listening in the gym. I even had, I ended up downloading, because I'm a massive WWE fan back in the Attitude Era, I downloaded the intro theme tunes for, there's 2 albums I found with all of the songs of I had to take certain ones out because they were just outrageously bad. But a lot of them were great for working out to, like especially at the beginning of your workout, if you just want to get going, like there's some cracking tunes in there. But I had to take out I Am an Ass Man, people. From Billy Gunn, because that was outrageous. I'm not doing that in the gym. I don't think that song turned out the way he meant it to turn out. I mean, I am an ass man. What's that all about? But yeah, I mean, I think he had it written across his back of his shorts as well, if I remember rightly. Billy Gunn, eh? Whatever became of him. I'm sure he's still going strong somewhere. But yeah, so I kind of avoided bands like Iron Maiden and the heaviest. I always wanted to get into Iron Maiden, but every time I sort of sampled it, I was like, that's a bit heavy. And then over the last week, I've just got mad into it. And I've ended up listening to, so I've now got 2 playlists called Rock. One's called Rock, which has got Def Leppard's, AC/DC, Alice Cooper, blah. And this new playlist is called Heavy Rock, which is now, at the moment, is a Iron Maiden, 4 albums of Iron Maiden, and there's more than that, obviously. There's loads of Iron Maiden albums, but I've spent a fortune. I've spent about 50 quid on Heavy Rock. So I had 4 albums of Iron Maiden and 4 albums of Motorhead, and I just stick it on shuffle and off it goes, and I'm just like, I'm mad loving it with the Monster headphones on. Absolutely brilliant. So I've been working out to that today. But I've been checking out, and I can't really justify buying more. But I'm going to buy, I think, some. I was checking out Metallica, and I was checking out Motley Crue was another one, who also seem to have some really good stuff over the years. These bands have been going since the 80s, and one version or another. Anyway, I got sidetracked there. So yeah, so there you are. There's what I've been up to at the gym. So I've been piling driving, something like that. I've been piling at the gym, driving at the gym, all sorts at the gym. And I've done another 6 sessions this week, all a couple of hours long. And I'll have a break tomorrow and maybe go on Sunday, which is what I did last week. And that's the start of the new week again. But we'll see how it goes. Back to gaming, people. Today saw the end of all of the videos that I had ready to publish. So we are now bang at 0. So that'll give people a little chance to catch up, because there's, a lot of you can watch and binge watch these things and watch them every day. A lot of people can't, so they have to catch up at other times. So that does give a little bit of a breather for people to catch up. However, I might record tonight, because I'm not doing a proper vlog and have to wait for it to render and all that malarkey. I might throw on something like Path of Exile or Kingdoms of Amalur or something easy enough to play and do a couple. If not, I'll do my usual Sunday big batch of something for the week, and then again I'll record each evening when I get back from the gym. I'll record something, apart from a Wednesday when I go around to my dad's and chill out with him for an evening. So yeah, so that's basically the plan again. So just to make you aware that was it. That was the end of the video. So if I don't get anything recorded tonight, there won't be anything tomorrow. But come on, people, you've had 2 videos a day for nearly 2 weeks. Let me have a breather, for Christ's sake. And you've got this beautiful vlog to watch. What are you worried about? So yeah, so that's the plan for the coming week again. Resident Evil. So good, people. I mean, if you haven't watched the Let's Plays that I've thrown up, just give them a watch just to see. But that game is gorgeous. It's obviously in the Resident Evil 7 engine, but obviously we're back in third person. It looks beautiful. It's 60 frames per second. It's just gorgeous. And the gameplay, the way that they've done it over the shoulder and stuff, they haven't gone back to full-on action like they did with the, 6 and 5 and all that sort of stuff. They've gone back to, like... It is kind of, it's not clumsy. It's clumsy is not, that's not a good word. It's not stupid. Like it's like real running, real shit. Aiming isn't perfect. All these sorts of things that make it shit scary when a zombie starts walking at you and you've got to try and get your aim right. You've got a limited amount of bullets, and all of these things are brilliant. And the way that they've done the opening of doors and all that sort of stuff, it kind of goes into this screen of this key without a hand, just this key going into the lock and opening, and then the door creaks open. All of that stuff kind of soaks you back into what was wonderful about Resident Evil back in the day. It sort of gives you that feel that you're in those games. I love it. I absolutely adore it, and it is no wonder that it is sitting at 80. I think it was sitting at, not 80, it was sitting at 91% on the PS4 and 93% on the Xbox One when I was looking at Metacritic before I started playing it. And it's no wonder, because it is an absolute gem, that game. And that's me just playing 2 parts of it. It's brilliant. It's really, really, really good. And it looks like, irrelevant of who you play as, you kind of end up doing exactly the same thing. From the few clips that I've seen, I could be wrong about that, but we'll see. I played as Leon, but you can play as Claire Redfield. Leon S. Kennedy. So it'll be interesting whether I do more. There's a few of you asked me to do more, so I probably will do at least a couple more. I knew that they weren't going to be the most popular things on the channel, because I know the people that watch this channel are RPG type people. That's absolutely fine, so am I. And I just like to do a little bit of something else from time to time when I'm a bit stoked about it. So more often than not, horror games, I always buy them and then I shit myself for about 2 hours and I think, well, that was intense, I need to play something that's not like that for ages. And then I half play them, and then I only play them, like my son will come and stay with me for, a week or something, and we'll play it together. Because both of us are too scared to finish it ourselves, that sort of thing. So, although I didn't do that with Dead Space, to be fair. But there you are, so we'll see what happens with Resident Evil. Off camera, I have dabbled back into the Nintendo Switch, which anyone following the channel knows that I got one a month or so ago. Well, it was just before Christmas, not long, a few weeks or maybe a month before Christmas. And I got a number of games for it, some of which I've promised to show on the channel, some of which I have shown bits of on the channel, Zelda being one. And did I show anything else? I showed Zelda. I don't think I showed anything else yet. But I got Octopath Traveller, and I got Xenoblade, and something else that I was going to show on the channel, I think, that I can't remember. But I haven't got around to showing any of the other stuff, and I'm not sure how Octopath Traveller would play on the channel as such. But I've been playing it off camera. I started playing it way before Christmas, just off camera, just I want to see what it's like. And my God, what a beautiful, gorgeous game that is, Octopath Traveller. If you've got a Nintendo Switch and you haven't tried that game out, go check it out, because it is absolutely gorgeous and it's a really good play. Yeah, so it's one of those things. I'll pick up, like, one night I played it because I think I got back from my dad's early, and I thought there's no point starting something downstairs. I'll just go up to bed, and I took the Switch up with me and I just sat and played it for an hour there, and then I had to render the videos day before yesterday, and I thought, oh well, I might as well. No, it was it was yesterday when I was waiting for Resi's to render. I thought, oh well, I'll stick it on, and I put it on the big screen and played it on that, which is the best way to play it, really. But it is such an awesome sort of JRPG, but it's so beautifully styled. It's kind of like you've got these sort of environments that look really crisp and clean, but then the characters are all sort of done in this sort of old 16-bit kind of pixelated form. So it kind of takes you back to those old Final Fantasy type games, and but still at the same time doesn't make you feel like you're playing an old game. Absolutely gorgeous, really, really nice game. Mechanics are brilliant, fighting's really good. It's really in depth with its fighting mechanics and the moves and everything you can do. I'm only scratching the surface at the minute. I've just got my party up to 3. So anyway, if anyone's got a Switch and hasn't checked out that game, absolutely go and try it out, because I can't praise it enough at the moment. And I think that's it, people. That's all I had for you. So I hope the audio's been alright in this. It's the first time I've tried it. I've tried to kind of shout at you a little bit, I suppose, but it's the first time I've tried it with that far away, so I'm kind of like, normally it's sort of here, so I hope you've heard me okay. I hope you're all having a pleasant evening, as I am, and I'm trying to think if there's anybody I should be thanking, but no. But there probably is, people, but if I mention one, another one will be upset if I forget them, so I'm not going to do that. But thank you to you all for all of your comments this week. Thank you to all of the people that have subbed over the last month or so to get us from, well, where were we on the last thank you, 1,500 to nearly 1,800. I'll talk about it again probably when we hit 1,800. But the last time I looked, I think we were at 1778, 1779. We were kicking 1780 anyway, so we're 20 away from 1,800. So it's been really nice, and I think Kingdoms of Amalur and Path of Exile have definitely added to that, because people have started finding me because I've been showing up footage of that. And a side note, I am at the moment most likely going to be playing stuff on the Xbox One X that is not a PS4 exclusive, simply because I feel like the PS4 YouTubing is just saturated beyond belief, and I just feel like I think people are slightly more interested about the Xbox One X videos because there isn't quite as many of them as there is the PS4 Pros, maybe. But to be honest with you, I'm actually more comfortable on the Xbox One X at the minute. I've fallen in love with that console. I absolutely love it. So I always try and check out the games before I buy it to see how they perform and stuff, because sometimes, even though it's more powerful, it doesn't quite pay off. But more and more as it's gone on, it has, and it has with Resi as well. It is apparently a little bit cleaner on the X than the Pro. So, I'm just loving being on it, and I love the back compat, and I love, so Resi, anything that's sort of cross-platform, I will play on the X most likely, unless there's some reason to play it on the Pro. But yeah, so the exclusives are already coming anyway for the Pro, so I've still got an excuse to play it. So there you are. It has been an honour and a privilege serving for you in this cheap little vlog of mine on my iPhone 7. And I shall see you all in the next one, folks. Take it easy. Bye.